I will not refer to him as Big Poppa, though.
You have to.
Hi.
That is fantastic.
That's so funny.
Oh man. So AJ, real quick, we're
97.9,
1055 Kiss FM. It's Liz and Big Poppa.
on the Lennon's Jewelers hotline. The brand new book, Crazy Is My Superpower: How I Triumph by Breaking Bones, Breaking Hearts, and Breaking the Rules. She is AJ Mendez Brooks. AJ, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
We're doing good.
Now, how come you don't want to call me Big Papa?
That is does your mother call you Big Poppa? Let's talk about this.
All right, now
Do you go to the supermarket and they say thank you for purchasing this bread, Big Poppa?
people.
Depending.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. My friends call me. My real name is Gary.
Yeah.
And my friends all call me Gary, and like my mom calls me Gary. My kids call me Dad.
Right.
Unless they're breaking my
That's the whole
chops.
thing. Your kids might be the only ones who could call you Big Poppa, if you think about it.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah, unless they're breaking my chops, and they're like, "Okay, Big Papa," but like,
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I like your kids already.
yeah, it's amazing. I get called that by my kids and my friends a lot because they just they're my friends, and that's kind of what we do.
like to make fun of you. It's
so,
fine.
congratulations on the book.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you very much.
Did you ever think?
It's been a long project.
I was gonna say, did you think like once you got started in the whole wrestling journey that you were like, you know what? When I'm done with this, I'm writing a book.
I kind of did. My whole life it was something that I just toyed with the idea, and then it became a little bit more serious. And at some point, I really just thought, if I'm going through all these trials and tribulations, there's got to be a purpose for it. And the purpose to me is telling my story might help someone who's going through a similar situation.
Absolutely. Again,
for
we're
sure.
talking to AJ Mendez Brooks. You know her. You may know her as AJ Lee, former WWE champion. Crazy Is My Superpower is out now. You can go to ajmendezbrooks.com or follow her at let's see. I want to make sure I get
AJ Brooks.
It's at AJ Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the problem is people are trying to like be her on
yeah.
social media and
Catfished.
stuff. Seriously.
Yes.
So I
They
want.
catfish my family sometimes, too.
Do they really?
Do they call you AJ
Yeah,
Lee?
pretty good.
That's funny.
Oh, my Lord. Yes.
On a serious note, though, the fact that women's wrestling and women's role in wrestling really has, it has expanded, and you are a huge part of helping women break through that glass ceiling, and a lot of what is in this book is what we're talking about, right?
Definitely. I think when I even just fell in love with it, I think that's when women started getting bigger roles. They started being more involved. You had, Lita and Trish and Molly Holly and Ivory. And then there was this period of time when it kind of reversed itself, and there was this, everything was just very much about looks and being valets and sort of props in the world. And so when I entered the business, I thought it was really important to take that power back and show that women didn't have to be supermodels to be wrestlers, and being more relatable and being, a 5 in a room of 11s, really was going to be something that people spoke to more and related to. And that is what connected me to the crowd and made me successful, was the fact that I didn't fit the mold. And for me, it was all about just breaking that glass ceiling for everyone that came after. So I'm so happy that it seems to be happening now.
And especially if you are a lady or you have daughters, definitely grab this book. Crazy Is My Superpower. It is out now. I think it's hysterical that you said that you were a 5 in a room
Yep,
in a room of 11s, because the running joke is I just got engaged, and this guy, the friend of mine, said that she was a 10. And then he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, you're an inspiration." And I'm like, "I'm an inspiration." Yeah, for you being a 5'6" to find a 10, that means that I being an 8 I can find my 10. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that is so funny you brought that up.
Hey man, you got to be an overachiever,
Well, also too, once you go fat, you don't go back.
Here we go.
Crazy Is My Superpower is in stores now. You can download it. AJ Mendez Brooks, more with her in the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline next here on Kiss FM.
97.9, 105.5, Kiss FM. It's Liz and Big Papa.
And on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline, hold on, I got to get it. Here it comes.
Oh, boy.
There it is.
Oh my God.
Does it get old? Does it, like, what kind of feelings do you get when you hear your old theme music?
I don't think I've heard my theme music in 2 years.
Wow.
That was a little bit of a flashback.
I'm sorry, and you're welcome. I'm not quite sure how to respond to that.
That's crazy.
Thank you, and you should be. It's a little bit of both, for sure.
Sure. Again, AJ Mendez Brooks is on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. You may know her as AJ Lee from back in the day, former WWE champion, which is absolutely fantastic. New book, Crazy Is My Superpower, How I Triumphed by Breaking Bones, Breaking Hearts, and Breaking the Rules.
Love it.
AJMendezBrooks.com is the website. And it's really cool. I haven't had a chance to go complete. I haven't cyberstalked you completely. There's plenty of time for that later. But I mean, you have a diary that you kind of keep tabs on, and kind of keep people up to date, which is really, really cool.
Definitely.
And helping animals as well, which is awesome. All right, so we're the week after WrestleMania. Does part of you? There's a couple things. Number one, does part of you miss the WrestleMania weekend, because it's got to be unlike anything? And the second question about WrestleMania is, what did you think about the women's matches and the fact that there was 2 and they were both for championships and they got the amount of time that they got?
I definitely miss the excitement and the electricity of that moment when you're in the ring. There's nothing in the world quite like that. Getting an immediate response to people from what you're doing. You realize what you're doing is either great or it sucks or whatever. Right there. And the hard thing about writing a book is that you have to wait 2 years to figure out if people like it or not. That immediate, realization of how you're doing is a little delayed. But I didn't get to see it, but I have friends that are still there and we're really happy. And I think Bailey is still champion. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was watching.
Yeah. And so she's just like my little unicorn, I call her. And so, I think that she's the future of the industry, and I hope that people model themselves after her in the future.
Well, I think that's a recurring theme as far as, and it goes right along with your book, Crazy Is My Superpower, which is out now. See how I transition there? But the fact is she is a positive role model. She's someone that parents can feel comfortable having their daughters look up to and be like, and can overcome things, and that whole thing. And it may be a little cartoony as far as the character and whatnot, but it definitely has amazing values and shows that anything is possible.
I mean, yeah, we live in this world, this age of social media, where you have, I think, kind of the wrong message being sent sometimes, and kids are growing up too fast. And
no.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And they have role models that are being rewarded for bad behavior. And so now, especially, it's important that there are women on TV, and that was one of my goals in my time, because the industry was so was kind of run by supermodels, and it was important to represent a different kind of beauty, a different kind of woman, a different kind of strength, and show people that little girls watching at home that you don't have to, be ultra feminine and fancy and wear fancy, expensive clothes, and you can just be a tomboy, and that's okay. You don't have to change to succeed. So So I think that's important for people to in every generation, kind of break the mold for themselves.
Absolutely.
I love it.
AJ Mendez Brooks on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. The new book, Crazy Is My Superpower. It is out now. There is a movie being made about Paige's family, and part of it shows when Paige and you wrestled the day after WrestleMania. So there's actually someone portraying you in a movie. How does that kind of go? Like, do they reach out and be like, "Hey, you're going to be portrayed in a movie"? Did you even know? And what are your thoughts on that?
I'm friends with Soraya, and so I've known about the project for a while. But yeah, I think I saw footage and was like, I have never looked hotter. Like,
Stop.
She's the girl who's playing me is an acquaintance. I know her. I've worked with her before, and she's an awesome girl. And they really, they stepped it up for the movie version of me. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I think Paige has this amazing story, and so I'm just happy for her and her family that the world gets to know it, and I'm a teeny tiny part of it.
Well, to be quite honest, I think the story of you and what you've put into this book, and the message that you're sending to women, young and old, I think is fantastic. I think the story of you and your husband is amazing, and I hope at some point, after all the legal stuff goes through and whatnot, that you two can tell your story and just enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I wish you guys nothing but the best. And please, can you just call me Big Poppa? Come on. You started out by being like, I am not calling him Big Poppa.
You will respect me more if I don't.
Fine, AJ Lee.
Oh.
AJ, thank you so much for the time. Anytime you're up early, please hit us up, and good luck on everything, all right?
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. AJ Mendez Brooks, everybody.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy. They're gone now.
Yeah.
Her and her husband, CM Punk, are in a huge lawsuit with WWE about getting fired and whatnot.
Oh, really?
So I couldn't bring up, like, hey, how did you feel about getting, Punk's papers that he was fired on your wedding day? Like, I couldn't get into that because they were like, there's litigation going on.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that. They would have, the publicists would have disconnected immediately.
Really?
Not AJ. AJ probably would have said something, but the publicist, just to protect everything.
Going on. That's crazy.
But yeah, she was fun. I like her.
I like her too.
Yeah. Wish she got me. Call
You
me
should
Big
follow her
Papa,
on
though.
Twitter.
Yeah. At AJ Brooks.
Brooks.